Hi, you guys. It's Yaz. Today, I want to talk about why you got played by the narcissist. A lot of people have gotten played by a narcissist. They're angry at themselves. They're like, why didn't I see this person for who they were? Why did it take me so many years to realize that I was dealing with a toxic person and everything like that? Well, I'm going to talk about why you got played. You got played for a couple of different reasons. These are the reasons that you could have gotten played. Number one, that narcissist came into your life when you were going through something vulnerable. And this happened to me, okay? When I was going through something vulnerable, a narcissist came into my life, acted like my best friend, and, was being very open in the beginning, was being very empathetic to things I've been through. Being somebody you could call when you have a problem and everything like that. So here you are, you're vulnerable. Maybe you had some bad relationships, and all of a sudden, here comes the narcissist that swoops in and they become your hero, okay? The narcissist gets you at a point in your life where you're very, very vulnerable. Maybe your guard is down. And here comes this overly nice person, okay? Not even so much that they had to be love bombing you, but let's just say they were very, very kind to you and caring to you and showed you a lot of attention when you were going through something. And this is what narcissists do. They come in as your hero, and this is how they fool you. It depends on the narcissist. Some of them are pretty obvious when they come in with the love bombing, but some of them fool you by being very subtle. They try to make like they're your friend, they're there for you, and then they future fake and make all these statements about how your life is going to be better, how they're going to build a life with you. Maybe you'll build a business together, you'll get a nice house together, you'll have children together. And here you are feeling very, very lonely, very miserable. You want somebody in your life. You've had some bad experiences in the past, and the narcissist comes in and you say to yourself, ooh, I think I have a real one. This is how the narcissist takes you. And what happens? Because you've had your bad experiences in the past, and here comes the narcissist who's so, warm, genuine, consistent. This is how they fool you too in the beginning. They're very consistent in the first 3 months. They're going to call you a lot. They're going to text you a lot. They're going to, bring up things about their personal things to you that you're thinking, wow, I'm really making a connection here, okay? They're telling you things, and then they try to play you and say, oh, I never told anybody that about something in their childhood or something very private. And this is how they play you. They make you think that, you're special. They're confiding in you and telling you something that they never told anybody else. This is all game, gang, okay? So a narcissist plays you by coming in as your friend, okay? It's like the devil comes not as your enemy, they come as your friend. This is how they fool you. So this is how a lot of people got played when dealing with a narcissist. That narcissist got them at the right time, and they came in as their hero, and they future faked and everything like that. But you also got played. A lot of times people get played because they want to make it right, okay? They feel that they can change the narcissist, all right? They feel like, well, nobody's got a perfect relationship. They have their flaws and everything like that. But, maybe if I'm really kind to them and everything, we could work this out. And, if I'm accommodating to the narcissist, we can make it work. I'll try to be understanding and everything like that. That will not make a relationship work with a narcissist, okay? This is how a narcissist will breadcrumb you. They'll make you little promises like, yeah, in 3 months we'll get engaged, or in 3 months we'll do this, we'll go on a vacation, or something like that. If their actions don't align with their words, then you're not dealing with a real one, okay? So the thing is, you got played because you thought that this person was something or somebody that they weren't. And the irony, you guys, is when I dealt with a malignant narcissist, years ago, it's ironic because when I used to talk to him and tell him about prior relationships that went bad and everything, he said to me, well, sometimes people aren't always who they appear to be. Okay. And who was he talking about? He was talking about himself. This is projection. But because I thought he was being, open with me and he's trying to give me advice on, relationships in the past and everything like that, because he came in as my friend, I didn't see that he was basically talking about himself. And this is how I got fooled, because I thought I had a genuine person that was, compassionate and listening to, things I went through. And this is what they do. They show you a little empathy in the beginning. This is how they fool you too, and they play you. Because when they show you empathy, you're thinking, oh, wow, maybe they are genuine and everything. They seem so concerned about how I'm feeling, or they're so concerned how my day went. They're always asking me about my mother, how's she feeling, or something like that. Just little things like that are going to touch your soul, and you're going to say, wow, they ask about these things, but nobody in the past ever did, so they must really care. No, you're just dealing with somebody that's playing you. You're dealing with a narcissist that played you, okay? And people get played too by the narcissist because they don't realize that you have these people out there, these narcissists that are playing game, okay? And this is all part of the game. A lot of people, the younger people that have not been through the game or anything like that, they're the ones that are going to sit there in the biggest fog because they don't have the experience. But people that have been through the game and know the game are going to be able to spot the game. So the thing is, time is your key. It doesn't matter what anybody says in the first week, the first month, the first 3 months, or even the first 6 months, okay? If once that person has accrued a certain amount of time with you, then you can make your assessment as to whether they are real or not. You've got to watch that pattern of behavior. I can't say this enough because this is so true. You've got to look at their pattern. Okay, you guys, it's about their patterns, not what comes out of their mouth. Because we know people lie all the time. And this is why people get played by narcissists, because they believe the words without having enough time with that person to have analyzed that person. You've got to pick somebody apart from head to toe, all right? You've got to look at where they've been, what comes out of their mouths. What are they doing? What are their behaviors? Are they disappearing here and there on you and making excuses? Do they make little innuendos and put you down in a subtle way or something like that? All of these things are clues as to whether somebody is playing you. So you got played because you didn't pick up on these clues, okay? Or you just ignored them and you made light of them or something like that. The other thing too is people get played by the narcissist because they don't want to be alone. This is the biggest one. They don't want to be alone and they don't want to start over. So they would rather work with a toxic narcissist in hopes that they're going to change. They want to believe that this person is going to change because the thought of starting over really sucks, okay? And they feel like, they're lusting after this narcissist and everything like that. A lot of it is lust. You crave them sexually or whatever it is. So you put up with the crap. But the thing is, the person is not all in the relationship with you. They are playing you and using you for some kind of supply. They may be, trying to use you for a place to stay. Or, they'll say, oh, I'll help you out around the house and we can do this and we can change that. And, you like it because you feel like you're building something with somebody. But what they're doing is they're just looking to hang their hat. And once they hang their hat and they get settled, they're not going to do anything. They're going to be out cheating on you on the side. Okay? So you get played by the narcissist because you don't know the game. They get you when you're vulnerable. Okay? You don't know the red flags. You got to know the red flags when you're dealing with a narcissist, when they shift the blame over to you. You've got to look at their prior relationships, if their prior relationships were toxic. And a lot of people say to me, well, how am I supposed to know? They didn't say anything about it being toxic or anything like that. The more conversation and the more comfortable you make that narc feel, the more they're going to open up and they're going to tell you more information about their past, okay? If you're too attacking or asking too many questions or pushing the narcissist to find out too much information about their past, they're going to have their guard up and they're going to tell you very little, or they're going to give you bullshit lies to make you think like, oh, well, it just didn't work out. I still have a lot of love for my exes, and everything like that. They're going to tell you something like that. Meanwhile, it was a very toxic relationship and they can't stand their ex and they cheated on their ex and everything like that. But if you lay back and let that narcissist talk, they will reveal the truth, okay? Because that's how stupid they are. Because they don't understand that when they deal with somebody who's a sharp cat and they start talking, you're taking that all in and you're making an assessment and saying to yourself, you know what? This person is shady, okay? This person is shady because they're telling me how with their exes, if their ex said anything, they just walked out the door and ran out the door. That is a red flag because guess what? They're going to do that to you. However they treated their exes, they're going to treat you the same way or worse, depending on who you are and what you allow, okay? So you got played for a lot of different reasons. You have to just kind of let it go and say, all right, I made a mistake. I didn't see this person for who they are. And I say the same thing, with people that are still ruminating about the narcissist. I tell them, you're ruminating about that narcissist because you're not seeing them for who they are. You're seeing the romantic side and you're thinking of the good times with that narcissist, but you're not thinking about how that narcissist put you down or that narcissist disappeared on you because they were out creeping on you, or how that narcissist, is manipulating and gaslighting you and everything like that and treating you like crap. You're not seeing that, because if you were seeing that, you would not be ruminating about that narcissist. If you're ruminating about a narcissist, the other reason too that you ruminate about them is because you have nothing going on in your life right now. All right? You might be meeting other people, but they're nothing great. And what do? You think back to the narcissist who was, oh, they were so sexy. Oh, they were so hot. Oh, this and that. Okay, that's all nonsense because that's not going to get you anywhere. That kind of thinking gets you nowhere. All you're getting is somebody that will waste your time, okay? You've got to look at somebody's core character. Do they have a good heart? Would this person go out of their way for you? When you sit there and you're thinking and ruminating about that narcissist, you better ask yourself, would this person go out of their way for me? Okay? And I'm not talking about in the beginning, the love bombing stage. I'm talking about at least 6 months down the line. Would this person, be there for me? That's a good way to know whether you're dealing with somebody who could be narcissistic, because a narcissist is selfish and they don't want to go out of their way or burden themselves. But somebody who loves you and cares about you is going to go out of their way to help you or be there for you. So you got played because you didn't know. And the problem is, that's why we build narc awareness, is to build awareness and everything like that. But most of the time that people get played is because they either ignored the red flags or they didn't know the red flags. Okay, you guys, you let things go. You got involved with somebody that was showing you a little bit of shadiness and you didn't recognize it as being shady, or, you ignored it as being shady. So the bottom line is, the minute that you see anything that doesn't seem right, you've got to step back from it and say to myself, I'm dealing with shady here, okay? I ask them a question and I don't get a straight answer. I'm dealing with shady. They keep making excuses why they can't see me, okay? uh-oh, I'm dealing with shady. They just insulted me in an indirect way and said something like, oh, you look good in that dress, but you'd look even better if you lost 10 pounds, but you look good. Anybody that does anything like that, that is a red flag, okay? That is a red flag, and you need to get away from these people. Anybody that asks you for money, you don't even bother with that, okay? Then you know you're dealing with a con artist. Nobody should be asking you money unless they're married to you. All right? So you got to know the difference from what's healthy and what's not healthy. And you got to look for the right qualities in somebody, okay? If you met somebody and you were cheating with them when they had somebody, what do you think they're going to do to you once they get with you? They're going to cheat on you too, all right? So when you start with a bad apple, it's going to end up bad down the road. So when you see that somebody has a bad past, for example, that they've had bad relationships in the past, the cops were called on them, or they're claiming their ex was crazy, or their ex cheated on them all the time. That is a red flag, because this is what they are telling you. But if you ask their ex, they probably tell you a completely different story. So stop taking everything that somebody tells you as, truth, okay? They're bullshitters. They are flat out bullshitters. Stop being so gullible, okay? Stop being so gullible. You will trust this person over a period of time, not in the first 6 months, okay? And you've got to look at their family background. What kind of background? Do they know how to love? A lot of these narcissists don't even know how to love. They don't come from a home where they got love or something like that. Are they somebody who's very insecure, that's staring at themselves in the mirror all the time? Or they need to flirt every time they go out? They need their ego fed? That is a red flag, okay? Are they, trying to pretend that they're so innocent? Oh, I don't know what a dating app is, or I've been divorced 5 years. I never dated anybody or anything like that. Don't believe it, okay? This is all game. This is all game, you guys, all right? So you're not going to believe anything that somebody tells you unless you know them over a period of time. And let me tell you something. These narcs, they slip up, okay? Because they can't keep the act up. Believe me when I tell you, these people cannot keep the act up. The more they try to portray that they are a good guy or a good woman, is the more that you know they are full of shit, okay? Because good women and good men don't have to prove anything. They're just good people. It's like somebody that tries to prove that they're honest, and they say to you, oh, I'm an honest person. Oh, I'm the most honest person that you'll ever meet, or something like that. Anybody that says that is somebody that is probably so untrustworthy and so not honest, it's not even funny, okay? Whatever they're trying to prove that they are, you could trust and believe they're the opposite. So understand this. Real people that you deal with, genuine people, don't have to prove anything. Only a shady narcissist is going to be there trying to prove how innocent they are, prove how they never go out all the time, mean that while they're going out when you're asleep, prove that they don't know what a dating app is, meanwhile they're on all the dating apps, okay? When they try too hard to convince you that there's something that they, something innocent, something pure, or something like that, that is a red flag that you're dealing with somebody who could be a con, all right? They're trying to portray something that they are the opposite of. So, you've got to be on to the game. And the only way you're going to be on to the game is to educate yourself and know, read about it, listen to, what game is and everything like that. And then you'll be able to spot it, and you'll never get played again, okay? You'll never get played again. Because now you have experience, and now you've educated yourself, and now you're not going to be a sucker, all right? And you're going to realize when these people, come on to you too fast, too strong, that is a red flag that you're dealing with a shady narc that's trying to get over and earn your trust. This is what they want to do. They want to earn your trust right away, okay? So that's why you got played. You move fast. You were vulnerable. You thought the narcissist was something that they weren't. and you let your guard down and you trusted too soon because you rushed with it. Most of the time, people that get played, they rush with it. And that's why they didn't really see this person for who they were. And then later on, the truth comes out. So move slow, you guys. All right. So I hope that helps you. If it did, please hit the subscribe button and please share the podcast. Have a great day. Hi, you guys, it's Yaz, and I want to tell you about my 2 books on Amazon. The first book is Regain Your Power. It's all about power and relationship. Who has the power in the relationship? And it goes into all of that, okay? The other book is Signs He's Not Into You, He's Wasting Your Time, okay? Check it out. It gives you a lot of good clues as to whether you're with somebody who's a real one or somebody who's just going to waste your time. You could read them both with Kindle's free trial membership. So check it out. Link is in the podcast description. If you guys are having a problem in your dating or relationship, or you're dealing with somebody maybe that's narcissistic, you don't know if they're a narcissist, or you're just having problems, you're in a toxic relationship, and you need some clarity on it, go to the link in the podcast description for my website where I offer email and phone coaching. If you have a quick question, just a quick question, and you want to get a video sent back to you answering your question, there's also a link there for Vizio where I will send you a personalized video answering your question. Hi, you guys. I just want to let you know that the Game Exposed now has their merchandise available. Check out the link in the bio, and you could go check it out. There's cool hoodies, cool sweatpants, cool hats. So go to the bio for the link. And also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook at The Game EXP 123, and also on Instagram, The Game EXP 123. Okay? And have a great day.